All right, so now it's to a little bit harder to function, harder problems, I should say. Now, with this next problem, we don't have actually a number there for x that we're trying to find when it comes here. We're just trying to find when x equals a. So later on, you will notice and you'll see as we go through that it's not just a number that we're dealing with. We're dealing with letters. It could be variables. It could be for a or some of that sort, and you have to still be able to work it out correctly, which hopefully you still remember how to do that. So again, all we're doing is substituting a in here. So this one should be very simple and easy to remember to do. So substituting a. And here I always do parentheses just to show you that that's where it was substituted. And now here, when we do the next part, all you have to do is just drop the parentheses off because a to the 7th power is a to the 7th power. So we'll keep, and remember the 7 does not go to the 3, it just goes to the x. So we have 3a to the 7th power. Well, 7 goes to the a. And so here we have 10a to the 4th, we have 3a, and then minus 11. And again, we're going to write out domain and range. And again, here we kind of already wrote it down. It's going to be x equals, that's your quote-unquote x value. We're substituting a into that. And then your range, this one's going to be a little bit longer than before, just a little bit. It's going to be all of this part right here. So this is your, consider it y. Consider what is your y value, or what y is. And this is the value for y, or your output. Bam. That's it. Okay, so if there's questions, just call me over. It's okay. All right, so now the next one is where there's the most work. And hopefully you remember how to do all of this great information. And this is the last example for this. And so this time, instead of us actually just doing a number or just a variable, we're going to do both with a binomial. So our binomial here is c minus 5. And here we're going to put that into the function on this side. And so again, we're going to say x equals c minus 5. And why do we say that? Because whenever we see x over here, we're going to put c minus 5 in that spot. So that's what x equals in this function. So when we put it in, we're talking about a binomial. So here, a binomial is going to be squared. So that means we have to do some type of FOIL or box method or whatever you learned. Doesn't really matter which way you learned it, as long as you learned it. FOIL or box method. And so here, that means that we have 2 of what's inside the parenthesis. So it means I'm going to rewrite it twice because some people just like to say, oh, it's c squared minus 25. And that would be absolutely wrong. And so I'm just rewriting that first line there, not doing any type of work yet. But again, the square right here means there's 2 of what's inside of here. 2 of what's inside of there. So that means here we're going to have to FOIL it or box it or whatever you learned. So talking about FOIL, we have first, outside, first. So we have first, which is c times c, which is c squared. The outside, so c, negative 5 times c is negative 5c. The inside, which is negative 5 times c, which is negative 5c. And then our outside, our last. So that'd be negative 5 times negative 5, which is 25. Guys, I messed that bad. That was bad. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, so again, we're expanding this, so that means it can't just be c squared and 25. It must be all of this. Okay, and now finishing this up, I'm going to go ahead and take the negative 7, distribute that too. So we have negative 7c plus 35, and then plus 4. And then we combine like terms and all that great stuff, and then we're done. So when we finish everything, we should get c squared minus 17c plus 64. And again, that is f of c minus 5. So simple and easy, not hard. We got this. We know how to do this, right? Remember this? Oh, wrong thing. Oh, let's chop off that. Oh, put it right back. All right. So again, writing out our domain and range. Again, you would say x equals, because it's your x value, your input. And your range would be, again, your output or your range, your answer. So all of this. All right. So here, that's the end of that one. So yeah, just have fun.